Well, I would like to welcome all you young people from all over the world. And you have come to a very significant place, because it was here that the last of the white rhino was saved. All of us originated out of Africa. So you are a part of Africa. Africa is a very special place. And this is an extraordinary special place, because this is where the last of the white rhino were found and saved. In the 19th century, the rhino were brought to the verge of extinction. And then in 1893, some rhino were found at the junction of the White and the Black Amphalosi River. And from that handful of something like 60 rhino, they increased in numbers until in 1953, I did the very first aerial count in this game reserve, and there were 437 white rhino left. That is from literally hundreds of thousands that used to roam on the plains of Africa, right from Kuruman in the Northern Cape to Victoria Falls in what is today Zimbabwe. From that small number, we launched what is known as Operation Rhino. And thanks to a British veterinarian, Tony Harthorn, and a wonderful team of men, which included Makubu Ntombela, Nick Steele, Owen Letley, John Clark, and others, we started capturing the rhino. And we then put them back all over southern Africa, where they used to be. Then after that, we sent them overseas to the United Kingdom, Europe, and many too to the United States. The rhino have increased, but today we are facing a terrible tragedy whereby rhino are getting killed at the rate of something like 3 a day. And the Kruger National Park is one of the places which is the worst. But it has also been happening here. And that is a responsibility that all of you are going to have to accept. We cannot afford to let this rhino go extinct. No, wild places are very important. They're important for the soul. And a great Scottish ecologist, Sir Frank Fraser-Darling, once said, "To deprive the world of wilderness would be to inflict a grievous wound upon our own kind." And I'd like you to ponder that for a moment. If we lose all these areas, we will be inflicting a grievous wound to ourselves. But I must keep on reiterating that you are the ones now who are going to have to make sure that these wild places survive. And the rhino doesn't only exist in Africa, but also in Asia. So the Asian rhino is equally important. And the Asian wild places and the North American wild places are enormously important for the soul, your soul, and the souls of your children, and all those who come after you. We and our generation, I think we can say, at least we saved them, and we have done our best. It's now up to you to make sure that they survive.